Well, hello everyone, and welcome to episode 38 of Impact Makers. And we're going to throw Dustin into the wolves again with no pre-prep. We're going to talk about a common topic in our project work with CPA firms, and that's, are we going to talk about process, or are we going to talk about technology? So Dustin, as you know, it's really, in today's world, it's not one or the other anymore, it's both. So let's break this down, and instead of diving into the process and technology debate, what I wanted to ask you is, when you look at the change that's upon us, daily change as it is nowadays, what's staying the same? What should firms make sure that they see as staying the same instead of worrying about all the change? Do you see any current common threads of consistency points?
I think one fundamental thing that stays the same amidst all the change, on a daily basis, is the value that CPA firms provide to clients, and focusing in on that. The value dynamics are changing, and what you need to be doing to continue to add value, but the root of being a professional service organization and what that entails. There's a lot of times where we see, and we have a lot, we've had discussions about this in the past, and so I'm glad this was the secret question today. Is firms need to get back to one of the foundational elements of running a good organization is a focus on the customer, focus on the client, and providing and finding ways to provide an excellent level of service to the client. That's not going to change, the need to do that. If you're not focused on that, if you're just focused on yourself, if you're just focused on what's easiest for you, and complain about your clients all the time, that's not a long-term sustainable business model. So I would say the one thing that is going to remain constant is the need to continue to provide a high level of client service, a valuable client experience.
Yeah, I would agree, and wanted to pose this question back to you then, with the value of from the client's point of view being front and center. Doesn't that create a consistency point in our service delivery? And here's what I mean by that. If we're putting our client front and center, then any service that we provide, it could be a consulting service, it could be an advisory service, it could be monthly bookkeeping, it could be their annual tax return, it could be their tax projection, it could be their annual financial statement, review, audit, compilation, doesn't matter. There's 4 consistency points from a process perspective then. How we request and receive information from the client. How are we making it easier for the client to do business with us? And then we have the magic sauce back in the office, the things that we do, our team does from a preparation standpoint or review standpoint, and then it's delivery back out to the client. So if you break preparation and review, you have 2 phases there, but you could say it's one because it's the magic sauce.
Yep.
But when you do that, the client's front and center on the front end on, did we make it easy to request and receive information? And on the end, did we make it easy to deliver that information? Kind of simplifies things, don't you think?
It does, and those 3 or 4 steps can be applied, like you said, to any process, and it keeps the client front and center.
Yeah, so there you have it. I mean, what are you doing to make it easier for your client to do business with you, on top of how are your service delivery models changing when you look at what is it that my client needs? What problem am I solving for them today? Let us know what you think.